Hello everybody, welcome to the Sonic Boom Commentaries pre-show for episode 40. I'm so busy I've had to hire a secretary, and Kat is currently typing up one of many reports that I have sent her recently, which explains the typing. But we at least have a cat. Donnie has gone mysteriously AWOL. And then there it goes again.
Donnie needs rescue.
Donnie needs rescue.
Please send in all the information you have on Donnie's whereabouts, and especially his proximity to something that runs Skype.
Yeah. We're going to start putting his photo on the back of milk cartons if it gets any worse. But he was here, and then I rang, and then he wasn't here. And it's confusing. Anyway, we've got Kat here. Hello, Kat.
Hi!
It dawned on me earlier, because I was editing episode 39's post-show.
But I still haven't sent you the thing.
Well, no, we will deal with the artwork for Amy Rose and Cindy when Donnie materialises, because that was the whole point of us not revealing it on that show.
And also the fact that I wasn't done yet at that point.
Yes, there was that point.
There was that.
There was that. But there's one of the things that sort of dawned on me was that it's nice actually, because that with the pair of you now, there's been a sort of a two-hander. So both of you have spoken at length on things in one of the post shows recently, which is quite nice. It was a good show as well. I was just finishing listening to it and putting in all the fancy stuff. All the Twitters and the actual clips from the episode now.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
See, I'm also the soundtrack.
I'm
the secretary and I'm the soundtrack.
Yeah, there we go.
So in other words, I'm just the secretary.
You are the secretary of sound.
I am. I am the stereotypical secretary who does everything. Except for the part where I don't really do a lot.
Oh, can you edit the shows for me, please? That would be great.
Okay, well, would you like them edited in iMovie?
Well then, we have to get the Donnie-isms in. If he's not here, where are you, Donnie? That's what I'm going to type. Where are you, Donnie? He's probably fallen asleep. I ate we didn't start bang on 1:30 because I was finishing eating a sandwich.
You were? You were speedrunning the sandwich?
I was speedrunning eating a sandwich so I could have some food in me that wasn't Chinese. I had Chinese on Friday night for the first time in a new place. I need to find a Chinese restaurant because when I was in Belgium for like that 18 months, it was like there's no Chinese restaurants, and it was like I like Chinese food. So yeah, I found a place which is ironically nearer you than it is me.
Oh.
But I ordered Chinese from there, and it wasn't much. But I ordered stuff that that meant I would have a meal that night, and there'd be some in the fridge for a meal, whatever. I was more than surprised then when the guy greeted me at the gate next to my house
with many things,
with 3 carrier bags of Chinese food. And
was that lucky money?
What?
Would you consider that worth the money?
Yes. Yes, I do. There's the sound of ringing, which is interesting for a start because I muted the sounds, so that shouldn't actually be happening. Donnie, you have...
Donnie? Donnie's name was Donnie? Donnie? Donnie!
We have a Donnie! Cat, you're smothering the kids.
I'm not smothering him. I'm sitting in the small office thing in a different country over an ocean.
I know, but hello, Donnie. Welcome to the show, Donnie.
Why?
Why?
No, hi.
Why? Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. Donnie's here, everybody, so you can stop panicking and stop setting in threatening letters. Yeah, I was regaling everybody with my story about how I've ended up with like most of China's food, which is now in my fridge. No, seriously, it was these 3 carrier bags full. It was like really embarrassing just going back to the flat with all this stuff. It's like, normally when you go, I would like, some prawn balls or something or sauce. You generally get like 5 or something in a bag or 6. What you don't expect to get is about 15.
Ooh.
You don't expect to be given an industrial size vat of like sweet and sour sauce. And to be given one of those for like every single very small thing that you ordered. There was actually something about the place actually did like stuffed crab claws, which I had not had for a very long time, and there's like 5 of them. They're relatively small. I mean, they're nothing really. And I was just I was given since the previous episode, all I can say is a quart of this sauce. I mean, I could have submerged like all 5 of them in this sauce completely, and it would have been like a centimetre and a half above it. It's just anyway. So yeah, so I've got Chinese food yesterday, I've got Chinese food today, and I'll have Chinese food tomorrow. And if it lasts, I'll probably have Chinese food on bloody Tuesday. It's most bizarre. Right. So Donnie is here. What have you been up to this last week, Donnie? Recovery, isn't it? Recovering.
Yes, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much recovering from the charity stream, and also, oh boy, it's been a long week. I'm glad that finally things have finally freed up for me, so. Oh man. This is actually among my first days off, now that I think about it.
Your first day off, and then I summon you into this.
Well, from the charity stream anyway.
That's true, that's true. You're free. You are free of Nintendo's coin grasp.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. Now, we do have some business to attend to before we get on to the topic at hand and episode 40, which is Tails' Crush. And it's Bill Freiberger's favourite episodes. It's one of the favourite episodes of the writing team generally, apparently. So, there's much to look forward to. Much to look forward to, and Alan Denton is looking forward to all of us being very happy with it, and if we're not happy with it, that's our hard cheese, apparently.
Oh boy.
I know he's joking.
Well, that's what they want you to say.
Yeah. I would hate to think that, justified criticism or something would be met with la 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 la. Which is because otherwise, how do we learn? How do we learn, Donnie? How do we improve ourselves and make Don't make the same mistakes again.
Well, let's see.
Repetition and being offered models from which to work.
Incidentally, we weren't responsible for the 7-foot-tall letter emblazoned message painted on the wall of the studio, which was "No more robot dogs." We weren't responsible for that at all.
What?
Shh.
What?
It was constructive criticism. Whoever wrote it.
Kevin.
Yes. Hello, I'm here. People forget I'm here. I'm just a disembodied voice that always never introduces himself.
Oh my.
Apparently Cat is eating some very tasty chocolate. We've got emails.
Emails? Emails, guys.
Some emails were sent to Jamie.
Emails, guys.
We got mail.
You got mail.
We got mail. Yeah, and it's quite funny actually, because one of them, Jamie sent me the emails. One of them's actually to do with him. Okay. Well, let's get on with this. In terms of feedback, episode 39's pre-show's only just gone up at the time of recording, so we're not exactly getting anything.
So we have no idea.
Ein Venato, who I'm guessing is Ein Eagle Venato under a new account, says for our alternate commentaries, what we could possibly do would be Bunny Malone. I have never freaking heard of this. Bunny Malone says the episodes are a similar length to Boom's. However, you want ideas for video game cartoons for commentaries. So, Earthworm Jim, perhaps?
I believe so.
It exist once, didn't it?
Go, Ruby! It didn't exist.
I'm sorry. I'm having a certain amount of sass. I'm sassing the Earthworm. Not very well, I might add.
Jim was just a dirty and chewy link of worm flesh, but all of that came to a crashing end. Earthworm Jim, he's such a groovy guy.
Was it really Earthworm Jim this whole time?
Everything was Earthworm Jim. If in doubt, Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim is life. He answers everything.
Other feedback. We don't have any. We have no Freiburger feedback.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because of how things are done. Like I said, I'm hoping we can get Bill back on at some stage. Specifically to talk about this episode, because
we were hoping for this one because this is his favourite.
He's busy though, I think. So I did tweet him the other day and I got no response. So I'm guessing he is a very busy man.
Yep, busy schedule at the moment.
He has a busy schedule. Any more busier, and he'd be Roger Craig Smith.
Roger Bill Smith.
Quite possible. I hear that.
That's a terrible suggestion.
I hear that the Sonic Spinball ride at Alton Towers is being replaced with Comedy Chimp. Comedy Chimp's Bananarama.
Oh God.
I would genuinely endorse that.
Yeah.
Do you think we can go to that opening too?
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine how a Comedy Chimp. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine how a Comedy Chimp ride would even happen.
Hi, welcome to the Comedy Chimp Room here at Alton Towers. Ride my roller coaster.
Check out the consoles.
Check out the consoles. You can't have them.
That's our official request.
Actually, if Bill comes back on the show, what we'll have to see if we can get him to do is do the Alton Towers lines as Lady Walrus and Comedy Chin. That would be hilarious because I mean, for those who don't know.
Those who don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog has a ride at a theme park in the UK. And he also has a room in the hotel. At the time of recording,
he still does.
At the time of recording, he still does, even though the deal has been over for at least 2 years.
If you would like to actually see the opening and stuff like that, there are videos of it on the Last Minute Continue account. And there's a very young cat there in that video.
I remember that too.
And then there was a wide-eyed, still innocent young community manager of Sega there, before everything ground him down into the sad, bitter individual you hear at the moment.
I'm pretty sure you weren't wide-eyed then.
It was
somehow.
That was. The best bit of that entire event was. Somebody had the great idea of having the original All Stars Racing there, because that was part of the deal. It was like everyone gets.
We would also get to try All Stars
Racing. And where they actually decided they were going to do this was in one of the swimming pool complexes. So there was like a steel band and.
It was nice.
It was really nice, and it was like tropical stuff, and everyone had flowers around their hair, around their necks, and it was very tropical, including the heat. Do you know what happens when you put like an electronic device into a humid environment? Just open up the back of of all these machines, and it's like condensation everywhere. And they kept going off because there was just like water in them. Somebody had that bright idea, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't me. It was not me, I swear to God. Oh dear.
Check out the consoles.
Check out the consoles. They're a death trap.
That was pretty great.
It's truly blast processing.
Also, it says something when...
Only at Alton Towers Resort.
It says something about a miraculous day when I rode a roller coaster that spins 6 times in a row without feeling dizzy. And now, I can't ride in the car. I have a greater tolerance for a roller coaster than I do for a car.
I have never been on a roller coaster.
You should go on roller coasters. Go on very small ones.
Donnie, we are some point getting you over here, and we are going to take you to Alton Towers. We're going to stick you on this bloody ride.
Maybe we should take him to Alton Towers.
Scream at you until you enjoy it.
No. For several reasons. Maybe we shouldn't take him to Alton Towers. Maybe we should take him to Drayton Manor.
Oh my.
Or maybe we should take him to Chessington World of Adventure.
In light of the recent accidents there at Alton Towers.
Multiple accidents.
Yeah.
We're not sure what's going on, but the fact they all piled up in a couple of weeks is kind of terrifying.
It's the same thing anywhere, really. The risks are still the same. No, we need to take him to Alton Towers because otherwise he can go on the Sonic ride.
If it's still there.
I'm surprised they haven't just like rebranded it as like giving, because it needs a refresh apparently. So just make it.
It is the 2010 branding.
Yeah, so it's not currently in line with Sega. So just give it, if you've still got the sponsorship and the licensing.
Somehow.
Use Boom.
Maybe.
Sonic Spin Boom. Only at Alton Towers Resort.
Yeah, Roger to re-record things.
In his very early Sonic voice, because that is the first time we heard Roger Craig Smith as Sonic was.
Get Travis to record things.
And nobody told me, which was a hilarious thing. It was like everyone was asking me, "Is this the new Sonic?" And I was like,
No, we convert the ride. It's no longer the Sonic Spinball. It's a Knuckles ride now.
Knuckles.
And it's a Knuckles room.
Oh boy.
Because that's the weird thing. Cause like, I heard Roger's
you heard him in action.
For the role.
You heard him audition.
No, because I was involved in picking the voices.
You heard him audition, and then that happened. And
Seriously, I was involved in picking the voices, and I'm very pleased to say that Roger was actually the voice I picked. So
you were listened to at some point.
I was listened to at some point. I was listened to over Jet.
Just that explain why I think
why Jet
sounds like this very
Jet sounds
particular
nothing
character
like
that's not Jet.
Jet sounds nothing like his previous Jet.
What was the way I kept describing it? It was something like I kept describing him as like a 12-year-old chess nerd.
I can't remember what he sounds like now, but I remember sort of listening to them, and I was expecting them to be within the ballpark, you know, of previous Jet, because established character, you know.
How do we jet the Hawk? Let's actually debate this now. How do we jet the Hawk?
Well, that was the how do you jet the Hawk? I don't know.
Scratch with more parrot tendencies, I would say.
Well, you learned how to ride airboards, I guess.
Do you find gravity and then watch your gravity?
You're an alien bird pirate from Middle East. And Japan.
Alien bird genie, I think you'll find.
Alien bird genie pirate from the Middle East and Japan.
But it was just hilarious because I had to explain to the person concerned why I was taking such great umbrage at Jet, and it's like, but none of them sound anything like what Jet does now. And their response was, well, what does Jet sound like?
Please don't have done that then, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I did a Jet impression right there and then. And they were like, Jet doesn't sound like that, and it's like,
totally.
I sort of face palmed a bit because it's like, yeah, you worked on 2 Riders games and you don't know what Jet sounds like.
You don't know that he's this weird parrot guy who is not a parrot.
Ride my roller coaster, only at the Towers Resort.
Okay, I don't think he has all those up and downs. He probably does.
He does in my version. Puberty is hard when you're a bird, Genie.
That's true.
The funny thing.
I know full well that puberty is hard when you're a bird, Genie.
Thanks,
Cream. The funny thing is that.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Donnie.
The funny thing is that it wasn't even just Jed. Like, pretty much everyone had voices that were just not even like the ones they had for the last 5 or so years.
You know how we were talking like last time about Cindy and how beautiful her performance is. And how I drew that picture and everything. Do you remember how Cindy was like the weirdest one to begin with?
Everyone didn't like. Nobody liked Cindy's Amy initially because it was it's too Minnie Mouse and it's all.
It went too Minnie Mouse, and it's obviously gotten better because it's mellowed and it has not Minnie Mouse anymore.
I can tell you for a fact that Cindy was hands down the best Amy.
She's certainly the best Amy now.
And I can also tell you that. I can also tell you that pretty much everybody was like the one I picked. A couple of them weren't. It's relatively well known that, and I said this at the time, way back when, was the one that I refused point blank that we consider anyone else was Mike. For Eggman. No, I just couldn't think of how. It's like, what are you going to do with the character? Because, if you're going to change the character, change the voice. If you're going to change the direction of the character. Are we going to change the direction of the character? No. Well, You've got the one voice actor who's really reaching out and doing stuff and actually actively promoting stuff, and is kind of.
You've got the one voice actor from the 4Kids lot who everybody actually likes.
Yeah,
in the Sonic.
Not being funny. That was actually one of my point. Is like, you know, like everyone didn't like your decision for like changing to the 4Kids actors. You know how only one of those is universally liked? That's the one we should probably keep. There were others though. There were other people still auditioned for it, and oh my god, some of them. One of them, I will remember it until my dying day. One of them was like really, really cold English villain, Eggman.
That's the thing that I want to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like hello, I'm from England. We have a lot of cold English villains here, quite natural.
But we're talking like every. I mean, well played to whoever it was who did it. But the voice, I mean, it made your skin like. It felt like.
It was too serious for what they were going to go forward with.
Someone was running their tongue down a knife which was like ice cold.
What the hell?
That's a very specific image, but not quite a feeling.
Yeah, it really chilled you. It was really polite. And it's like much more Englishness and much more colder than this. I will get you, Sonic.
Somebody had watched Teach Saturn.
Kill you. It really was. This was an Eggman that was basically going to murder. There was nothing else.
Somebody was listening to way too much Saturn.
And
here's the thing, guys.
Saturn
Eggman.
I will get you my hedgehog, and your little fox too.
And it kept going quite high pitch, as well. And it was just like I was sort of stunned when I was listening to this because it's like, how is this man doing this with his vocal cords? This shouldn't be allowed. But it's like. At the same time, people were turning around and going, "Oh no, Eggman's going to stay the same. He's going to be like, he's a bit of a bumbler." And it's like, you can't have this guy.
Kevin, you're going to find out that basically Mike Pollock was doing that opera.
Oh God, no! But no,
every single audition was Mike.
They didn't, but that was one of the things. I said, we should keep Mike, and there was pretty much once people sort of heard Mike, they couldn't unhear Mike, I think, which is a testament to how well Mike does the role. But there you go. There's another old Sega story. There was,
check out the consoles.
Check out the consoles, indeed. Check out the consoles.
Talk about sadistic.
Yes. Oh, that sounded bad. Wow. True Metal Sonic says 39 is Miku in Japanese. However, I prefer 02 and 02. Le Gasp! Cat watches Gravity Falls as well.
Cat has watched Gravity Falls. Cat is waiting patiently for another episode.
All hail Bill Cipher.
No, don't hail him. Don't hail him. He's evil.
Says True Metal Sonic. I'm not hailing him at all.
Don't hail him, True Metal Sonic. Hail Shadow!
What? All hail Shadow.
All hail Shadow.
Heroes rise again.
Remember, white is black, black is white.
Right is wrong,
Shadow.
It
was episode 39.
What else have we got?
Also, who said 39 is Miku?
True Metal Sonic.
I shall give them a response with a better explanation of what the hell.
It's on episode 49.
The root of it is number puns and having multiple words for numbers that are all valid.
Anyway, I wouldn't mind seeing you guys commentate over any of the Astro Boy cartoons, 80s, 90s, and the 2003 anime. In brackets, use a wiki for the correct episode order. I can't see us doing Astro Boy really.
I don't think any of us really have that much experience in it.
No.
Astro Boy is one of those things I want to read.
Yeah, I've never really heard of Astro Boy all that much. I've never really seen it, so.
Aww.
Okay. What am I?
In summary, Astro Boy is one of the Tezuka masterpieces. I remember it's also the first anime. If I do the magical looking up things.
Well,
the 1963 Astro Boy is one of the first anime.
Okay.
And it's the reason that the industry is like it is at the moment.
Huh.
Back on episode 38's post-show, True Metal Sonic also says, I was surprised to see Percy and either Salty or Pepper appear in the boy band episode. They took their time arriving. Has Sonic 2 been released on TV in Japan yet? I want to hear Junichi's Sonic. Good question. Has Sonic 2? I thought they reverted it back to Sonic Boom as well.
I want to know.
I haven't the slightest clue what Sonic Boom is even doing in Japan at this point. As far as I know, the games did release in Japan a Sonic tune, but the cartoon, I don't even know. I have no idea whatsoever.
Well, I may be able to tell you.
May you be able to tell us?
Yes, I may be
Will you tell us?
Oh no, it's games. Curses. Good question though. Be interesting to know.
Let's see.
If only there was somebody from the world of TV we could ask.
Sonic 2.
What's happening with Sonic Boom in Japan?
Games.
Is it big in Japan?
Action game. It probably is not big in Japan.
Probably not big in Japan, no.
Not really.
We also have 2 questions from email. If you want to email, guys, don't do the Sonic Show. Because...
Hey ho.
Yeah. Oh no, not the Sonic Show. Send an email to artchangeruk@hotmail.com. And I will put it aside for you for another day. Okay.
Kevin, I want you to be disappointed.
You want me to be disappointed? I'm reading the Sonic Show email. I mean, what do you want?
I'm on Japanese Wikipedia, and Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is a dead link in the Sonic template.
Well,
oh well.
I mean, this makes me sad.
Check out the consoles.
Well then, check out the console.
This makes me sad.
Super Princess Daisy 64. Hi, I'm Super Princess Daisy.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Oh god.
Crikey, they've bred. There's more of them. Hey guys, when are you having more guests on? Good question.
I don't know. When are we getting guests? I want to say hello to people, or rather, I want to hide in a plant pot and not talk to people.
I was going to have somebody on, and then...
Turns out they were busy.
No, actually. I was going to have somebody on from the community, and then they showed a very disappointing side of themselves, is all I'm going to say.
Oh my!
And in regards to certain legislation about equality that went up in America not that long ago. So, funnily enough, that their invitation got rescinded. But other than I'll explain later, guys. Other than that, there's no plans. We'd love to have people on from the Boom team. We'd love to get some of the other guys on, as in sort of general community guys. Any big names? Maybe some returning faces.
I mean, it's going to depend largely on if their schedules are available. So.
Yeah, everyone's got their own thing. I mean, I'd like to get Matt back on at some point. I thought Matt gave a lot. Tails channel. I think he did well, but he's just gone off to college, I think. So that's going to be a bit. Hey, college gamers. It's going to be a bit. It's going to be a bit more difficult for him. Maybe we can get Jamie on one day.
Ooh.
Remember him.
Check out the Jamies.
Check out the Jamies! Which is appropriate because this email is about Jamie. When you're having more guests on, keep up the good work. Who uploads a podcast? Jamie.
Jamie.
I hear Cat draws stuff, but I can never see it. Somebody maybe add it to the description.
Jamie, will you get on making things make sense?
Yeah. So the three of us basically have no say in the podcast content. I think it's now obviously the post show is its entirety.
Oh man! And
there's a load of episodes which didn't actually get the podcast at all. But I'm sure that's going to be rectified at some point down the line. I'm disappointed now in English Wikipedia because I'm not sure English Wikipedia has this. Has what, Jamie?
No. You know, one of the category templates at the bottom of the pages with all the links in?
Yeah.
One of the ones at the bottom of Sonic's character page is a full template for all of the playable characters in the Super Smash Bros. Series. So on Japanese Wikipedia, you can go to any character that's in Smash Bros.
Okay.
This is wonderful.
Especially if you want to look up stuff about Smash Brothers.
This is wonderful.
Coming soon, Sonic Boom Amiibos. Not really. Before Tanner starts having palpitations.
Let's not.
Also, there's also another email. So sorry, Nick, aka Super Princess Daisy 64. We do not have the ability to do that. It is up to the Sonic Show to do that.
It's the Sonic Show.
And I hope that they will, because we're going to show a picture shortly. So
presumably.
A person who wishes to remain anonymous.
Okay.
He says, reading ahead. Hi guys, I have a question for Kevin, Kat and Donnie. Firstly, thanks for doing an awesome podcast. Everyone's just commenting on the podcast. There's more than the podcast.
What the hell is a podcast?
I listen to it on my walk to school every Monday, so thank you for making my start to the week less rubbish. We have achieved, everybody. We have made people's lives less rubbish. I just wanted to ask what you thought of Boom Amy. I like her a lot. I feel she's really come across a lot better than her old-fashioned approach to what a female character should be. She likes Sonic, but has a life of her own at the same time. I'm worried if Sega leave the Boom franchise, we'll have to go back to old Amy. I don't think I want to see Team Sonic Amy again.
I don't think mainline Amy has had a specifically significant crush on Sonic for a while now.
Also, main Amy does actually have her own life and does her own stuff. But the problem with that, traditionally it's only really just been implied, and it's been sort of touched on very, very briefly in narrative for like a line and a half.
Yeah, usually they'll do it, kind of hint it earlier on when things are just getting underway, but after that they just focus on the plot at hand.
Yeah. I mean, Adventure was very much Amy's I'm going to be myself and not rely on, not rely on others, to quote a Knuckles line, but
seriously.
Yeah. So Sonic Adventure 1 was I am new Amy. Adventure 2 was Amy is forcing the issue and saying, adventures now include me. But Amy saves the day, remember?
Remember how she snuck onto Prison Island and literally nobody knew she was there until she was there?
Absolutely. Amy's like Amy the Stealth Master broke into
and
a
then do you remember
security gun prison to free Sonic.
And do you remember then how in 06 she had an invisibility power?
No.
I
think that was just her clipping through buildings, wasn't it?
This is the question. Let me look up.
She could go invisible in Sonic 06.
Yeah. She must have been doing training with SBL or something. But you had that with, Amy saves the day. And
Amy can turn entirely invisible on purpose in 06, which then goes on to explain Adventure 2, doesn't it?
It might do. We'll never know. I just like the idea that she's just that awesome in terms of ninja. But yeah, so she broke into a maximum security military prison
to casually break Sonic out with a key card.
She saved the day by talking Shadow round, because Shadow was quite happy to just sort of sit there and just watch the world get blown up.
Some hedgehogs just like to watch the world's die in a horrendous shockwave. It's not quite burning.
Some green plasma of doom. So you had that. Sonic Heroes, she's established to have, she does her own thing and she's got her own group. Team Rose is a thing.
Team Rose is a thing.
She doesn't even know. Yeah. She doesn't even know about Sonic and the others.
She's just doing stuff to help Cream and Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it really wasn't. She really didn't cling to Sonic all that much in the games like Heroes and them. Like it, and like I said, it seems like she did have a lot of her own independence for quite a few of the games. Just they didn't really go crazy about it because it wasn't really necessary.
Shadow, Shadow. She's gone off and had adventures with Cream as her tails. Because that was part of the things that they've lost Cream. And everyone from Amy's levels is going, Shadow, you must help me find Cream, and then, oh, Shadow, you must help Cream because she's lost cheese.
Oh, Shadow.
Amy's
and Shadow does wonderfully in that he not only finds cheese but an entire fountain just drowning in chow.
So many chow in this horrifying castle in which there is currently going on like a war between the Eggman robots and gun robots? Or was it the aliens?
It was all three, I think. Because it was Eggman's base.
So in this horrific war zone, you find a room of chow.
Yeah. All dancing
and it's just this small area of happiness and contentment.
Absolutely.
And maybe the chow gun.
Even Sonic X, actually. Whilst that Amy was very much, whatever, she still kicked ass when was required. The rule of Amy in regards to Eggman has generally always been when Amy gets angry. There's very few characters that Eggman is really afraid of. Eggman doesn't really back away from Sonic or Knuckles or anyone. When Amy gets angry, Eggman backs away. Amy is that much of a threat. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's even carried over into other media as well. Into the
Yep.
Right. We've talked a lot and about general Sonic stuff, really.
Talks a lot about stuff.
About stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't be too down on the other Amy. I mean, you've got to remember that one of the reasons why you probably like Boom Amy more is that character has actually had room to develop.
She has room to be shown having other friends.
There's time and writing that have been put into that character to develop it, which in a normal game you're not going to get, because funnily enough the focus is going to be on Sonic and the plot.
Yeah, it's
What's
not really.
You guys?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. You would expect in a Sonic game for the focus to be on Sonic. So
yeah, I mean, Rise of Lyric, not Rise of Lyric. What was the other one?
Shadow Crystal.
Shadow Crystal threw us a bone, probably the biggest bone ever in terms of Amy in a game being, actually an equal.
She was still like kidnapped and not playable. But...
Yeah, I mean, she's an equal.
But while she's there,
she's an equal in Rise of Lyric, but she's shown to be, considered the same level. She's actively considered that by Lyric in Shattered Crystal, and the beginning of that game is just, Lyric versus Amy.
Yep, right into it.
Right, the entire beginning of that game is Lyric versus Amy, and Amy's just like not backing down. Come on, and it's only through sort of misdirection that Amy loses.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Speaking of Amy, let's see this picture that would be.
You want me to show you a thing that I
Show us a
googled last
thing.
week?
Well, show us a thing that won't appear in the podcast because it's.
I'm so sorry.
Because being dealt with in the pre-show. Cat's
Anyway.
drawing exclusive to the pre-show. Nice.
Oh yeah, definitely nice.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. Slightly different style as well.
Yeah.
You switched up your style again. That is awesome.
I'm sure the writers would like to see that.
Yep, I'm sure they will. So
Oh, do you know what I didn't do and I totally forgot to do it?
What?
You remember that non-disclosure agreement writing on Cindy's blog that we mentioned?
Oh God,
was
yeah, we're gonna do this.
I haven't. I was gonna arrange it into an actual sheet, but I haven't done it.
That's okay. We can do it next time. Essentially, on.
She basically turns her explanation of the non-disclosure agreement into a Mad Libs about her day.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that at some point. Because it's.
Oh my.
Because it's gonna go very wrong. And maybe because we'll know what it is, so we'll need to get. We might actually tap the Sonic Show staff chat, maybe for words.
It's okay. We can
see what it generates.
All I know is that it probably involved being a pizzaman who juggles and sings.
Crazy.
A crazy pizzaman who juggles and sings even.
But yeah, so yes.
Sing,
so yes, Cindy Robinson being instructed in the use of Amy's hammer by Amy. There we go.
Yep.
There we go. Hope you enjoy that. Next up is what I said the other week, actually. Which is next up is, we mentioned him earlier, Roger Craig Smith.
Okay.
At Medburger. And he's been given the fishy sandwich by...
Which is just a sandwich with a fish in it.
Yeah, the still alive fishy sandwich. Which he's been given by Dave the intern, and he wants it exchanged and he's not too happy, and Dave the intern doesn't give a damn because he's Dave the freaking intern. So there we go. So next person up is Roger.
Well then, check out the console.
Check out the drawing, which you can see next week.
Yep. Next time on Sonic Boom.
Next time on Sonic Boom Commentaries, art.
More art. But with different people.
A fishy sandwich.
And food.
And the possible discernment of what the hell Dave is.
It's a very good question. What is Dave?
I want his species to be intern.
It would be good, wouldn't it, if it was intern?
I want his species to actually be intern. Like, he is the gag Sonic character whose species is an intern.
He's a gag Sonic species that chuckles and sings. Okay. Right. I think that's it for the pre-show, really. I mean, there isn't any other comments. Like I say, if you do have anything to say, please put a comment on the video of this. Or send an email to artrangeuk@hotmail.com. You can tweet Last Minute Continue. That's at LastMinContinue. Tweet us with the hashtag SonicBoom so we know what you're talking about. And we'll, if you've got comments on the series, if you've got questions, if you've got opinions you just want to say, if you fancy Donnie and would like his phone number, ladies.
Oh man.
If you'd like his phone number, we may consider giving that out. We may consider. But yes. So if you would like to, yes, we've got Defeat Donnie on the opinion zone. So Date Donnie is on.
Oh my god. I'm very popular with the ladies.
Ladies.
Maybe, Donnie, maybe you can get some advice from one of the characters in this upcoming episode.
Oh, do I sense a segue?
You do it, sir. You sense a segue.
Oh no, not the segue. I need to go back and find the sode.
Indeed. Anyway.
Sad.
Well, Cat goes off and it's with the episode delivery cow.
Oh, I found my on the spot commentary of the episode.
You did.
The first thing I say is Reed Harrison. We must remember.
Reed Harrison. 'Tis of thee. We have 1/3 of the entire series. It seems.
There's also a mysterious string that goes, Tails, this is not working. Tails, Tails. Tails. Tails, you...
Tails? Tails?
Wow,
Tails.
we'll have to watch the episode so we can find out what Cat was getting so worked up about. How could you hear this? Well, you need to go to the Sonic Show, because that's where the commentary video is. Alternatively, go to sonicboom.tv.
So basically,
and you'll get
instead of an actual post commentary, should I just read my on the spot commentary?
No.
But it would be good, and it would explain why I was going Tails a lot.
But maybe you were going Tails because this episode is entirely about Tails?
Maybe.
Maybe
Tails got to be a main character again.
I'll get this out if it kills me. Go to sonicboom.tv and you can get the whole list. For some reason, the Sonic Show one isn't updated yet. So go to sonicboom.tv and you'll find everything there. Everything under the sun and the moon and the stars above and stuff. So please like, comment and subscribe to us though, and then join us over for the commentary video itself. Until then, from all three of us, bye.
Bye.